calf is the building blocks of energy. Me going crazy. That's because I got so much energy in my system.
Perfect.
Alright, so good evening, my name is Colin Valentine, the creator of Live to Make History. So we are in a different setup today. I want to do something a bit different. More like a seminar, more like an intimate setting. So we're going to talk about today the skeletal system, the muscles within our bones, our bodies, allows us to walk, run, turn your head, strike a pose. This is basically called the skeletal muscle. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but the skeletal muscles has over 600 different muscles. So chest, your pectorals, your bicep femoris, your hamstrings, your glutes, your quads, your biceps, your bicep femoris, your rhomboids, your traps, there's so many muscles in the skeletal muscles that allows us to move. So the main aim of this video is how do you improve, strengthen and grow the skeletal muscle. We're going to dive in. So the first thing you want to do first is think to yourself like this. The skeletal muscle, the skeletal muscle systems, biceps, triceps, etc. is the most expensive muscle tissue. You're thinking, money, cash money? No. The skeletal muscle is the most expensive muscle tissue there is. Why? Because in order to build muscle, there's so many factors that have to be put into place. First, you've got to be in a surplus. Then you need to be in your right calories. Then you need to spike protein synthesis. Then you need to make sure you're sleeping well. Then you need to make sure you're working out properly. So I want to dissect this video and just try to make it really simple. So I want to build muscle. I'm looking to build muscle. I'm looking to get stronger. I want to improve this system. I'm not sure this is clear. The first things first, I hear this every single time. You want to build muscle, but you're not training. How do you expect to improve this if you are not putting effort in improving the skeletal muscle? Yes, they say nutrition is the most important factor, but you want to scale yourselves. You need to be physically active. Get off the couch, get to the gym, home workout. You want to add some kind of resistance to the muscles. Any type of resistance. I'm not going to go into too much detail. You want to first add resistance to the muscle, progressive overload slowly over time. So this thing here builds bigger, better, and stronger. So you're thinking to yourself, you're adding stress to the muscle. Is the muscle going to grow? It's not going to grow just yet. Everything needs to fall into place. It's like a wire. It must hold itself into place. So you're adding tension to the muscles. Let's say doing the chest today, shoulders. Then you got to make sure that you're recovering, as in you're eating something that's got protein. And protein is the building blocks of muscle tissue. We're not going to go too much about amino acids. That's in further, seminars from now. But we'll just focus on just getting the protein. You don't need to worry about, BCAAs and glutamine and all those the 9 essential amino acids like valine, phenylalanine, leucine, lysine. You need to worry about those right now. We're just focusing on getting that nutrition in, getting your protein. You want to get, it's the habit. You want to get into the habit of consistently eating your protein, consistently. Then you got to think to yourself, okay, cool. Add attention, add in protein. How do I make this, last a lifetime? You want to make sure that your nutrition. That's when we go back to nutrition. Skeletal muscle. You want to grow it. You can't be eating burgers and chips every time. You need to make sure that your nutrition is optimal. You eat some kind of protein. You get that carbs in. Carbs is the building blocks of energy. Me going crazy. That's because I got so much energy in my system. Carb is stored in the body's glucose. Again, that's for another time. We just want to focus on just trying to basic foundation level of how to grow the muscle tissue over time. So you add attention, you're getting your nutrition in slowly, You know, you have to be patient. We tend to overdo things at the start. The muscle cannot grow when you keep doing it over and over again. You need to allow the muscles to rest. So this thing over here, very expensive muscle tissue, you need to allow it to rest. It's not going to rest and recover, it's not going to grow. Once it adapts, the muscle tissue has broken down. Remember, when you're in the gym training, whatever you're doing, you're breaking the muscle fibers down. Once it's broken down and it's building itself bigger, better and stronger, it will come back ready. This thing will come back ready to attack and, of course, grow stronger. So that's when you got to become smarter. You start thinking to yourself, okay, let me start, splitting things up, getting that nice chest, getting that nice legs. At the end of the day, you need to be moving. If you're not moving and you're not, putting progressive overload to this muscle tissue, it's not going to grow. This thing is a very expensive muscle tissue, and it's a very smart as well. As you get further down the line, you quickly realize your gains will be much quicker. You'll start seeing results quicker, muscles pop in, etc. Then you realize as you get into a certain part in your training, the muscles, not that will slow down. Yeah, it slows down, but you might not see results thinking, what am I doing wrong? I'm not eating right. When you just understand that the gains just become slow. Remember, we're human beings, homeostasis, which means things are kept at a natural state. Hence why building muscle becomes harder, you need to become smarter. But what you want to take from this video, because I'm trying to keep it slow and steady, make sure you add some kind of resistance into your routine. This when we talk about skinny fat, etc. You want to, that's when you have high body fat and not enough lean muscle tissue. You want to just start getting into the gym, getting used to that, building that muscle, mind to muscle connection. And of course, remember, muscles also is a way of losing fat, because when you're working out and you're working the muscles, you're technically losing fat. So you need to work it. All my clients always say, get to the gym and start lifting weights, stop running on a treadmill. Yes, those things are great, but building muscle is a great way to burn fat too. So add some kind of tension. If you're not in the gym, at home, press up, slow time on attention. That's how we slowly build the muscle slowly. Then, of course, rest, recover. What are you eating? When are you eating? Meal timing is not too important, but make sure you're eating your protein consistently during the day. This is before the tracking and etc. We're just trying to focus on the foundation level here. We want to build, we want to get used to the habits, nature of adaptation. Then rest and recover. Avoid overdoing it. You want to rest, you want to recover, you want to get your body used to the momentum. Remember, things are built over time. Then you got to ask yourselves, okay, you're going to have the DOMS, which is delayed muscle onset soreness, the muscle soreness from training. You're now adapting, you're now getting stronger. At the same time, this is where you want to try and start cutting the fat down. So over time, as your more activity, your metabolism, remember your metabolism is going to increase, your burning fat effect will change. Remember, the way your body utilizes things is just based on the kind of, yes, genetics do play a role, but it's also based on the things that you do. So the more you become more active, you start getting the metabolism going, you realize you start burning more fat. But the main thing is just to get moving. You want to get moving, you want to get the skeletal muscle, understand, I'm here to use you, and I really want to work you and grow you and live the best body for ourselves. So, quick takeaway from this whole video, get moving. You don't always need to use the gym. I'm being honest, anyone that tells you that is just talking crap. You don't need to get to the gym, get the muscles moving. There's so many ways you can add tension to the muscles, whatever way you want to work, chest, shoulders, legs, back, whatever. Get the muscles moving, have adequate rest, increase your protein synthesis slowly over time. And I'm telling you, just doing those stuff alone and resting and recovery, you will see somewhat results. Fitness is not that hard. It's always as hard as you put it into your mind. Fitness, again, for the background in here, is as hard as you put it into your minds. This whole thing is not as complex as you think, but yes, building muscle is a very, from my perspective, it's almost like, yes, it's a full-time job. People just don't understand that it's not just about building muscle, it's a lifestyle. It's everything you put into place to make this physique yours. So, you want to be strong, you want to be proud, you want to be, you want to get, and again, it's the same thing again, we're going to say real quickly. You start understanding how your body functions, what works for you, what doesn't work for you. What may work for this person may not work for this person. Everybody's slightly different. Everyone works a different program, so you just want to get the body moving at first, and over time you'll see results slowly. Remember, slow and steady truly wins the race. Let's continue to go out there. Let's continue to live. Let's continue to live and make history. Why? Because you and I, we understand one space in time. We have one life. So stay tuned for these 7 minutes. Of course, this is a very to the point video. I didn't really set up this properly. This is very raw and to the point. Next video, I'll probably, have a bit of lighting, break things down even more, but it's just like a foundation level of the seminar, how to get yourself moving. So, I do apologize, it's not the best lighting, but you kind of get the perspective, you get the vision, you get the sound, you understand where you're going from this. I hope you can get some kind of take from this. So, let's continue to make the impact. Stay tuned for more seminars. Let's freaking ride!
Perfect.